Let me give you this public service announcement. You buy your property, you make sure you pay for it before you move on it. You're so happy to be debt-free. You can't wait to face the world. You're like, hey, I'll buy a single wide trailer. That way, mobile home, whatever you want to call it. In the South, we say trailers. But you're gonna buy this to keep your bills really low so that you can still live how you want to live in case bad times happen, which happened to us. We owned a trucking company and we did well. But when the market fell out, because we lived frugally, even though we had the money to live better, we were able to manage, sometimes barely get by, but thankfully we purchased this trailer. Well, just so y'all know, banks are not interested in this single wide. So if you think that you're just gonna keep your bills really low, even though you already own the land, it's paid for, the trailer has nothing to do with your property. If you think by setting you a single wide out here and saving your money is gonna be the thing to do, don't. Banks will reject most loans because it has a single wide trailer on it. No, I didn't know that, but not all banks. Small branch banks are willing to deal with you. First off, pay no mind to this Paw Patrol Band-Aid. I nicked my ear and it won't quit bleeding. Back to the regular scheduled program. Banks, everything is set up so that a bank will not refinance, finance any property with a single wide mobile home on it. They will only finance double wides, triple wides, and it must have a permanent foundation, you know, the footers and all that crap to make it into a home. A single wide will be frowned upon by almost every bank, but there are very few left. So if you want to do what we did and tried to maintain our expenses to where when bad times did happen, we were able to manage to get back to where we are now, to where we can pay our bills and not have to worry a little bit, only because I work a full-time job, a good job. My wife works a full-time job. That's the only reason that things are a little bit better right now. But a bank does not want to work with you if it has this single wide trailer on it, just so you know. I want all of you to know double wide trailers and triple wide trailers cost just as much as a house. Just as much as a house. You would think banks want to work with you more because you tried to keep your living low, because you tried to keep your bills sustainable, because you were trying to be responsible. Your land's paid for. The only thing that's not is my mobile home, which has nothing to do with this land. But no, you were looked at for being in a single wide trailer as terrible with your money and poverty stricken is what I'm believing. I'm pretty sure I'm right. Almost every bank I talked to was like, oh, single wide trailer, oh, single wide trailer. Y'all, it wasn't because I couldn't afford a different trailer. It was because I didn't want to afford a more expensive trailer. But now once this one bank that I deal with was interested, well, now some of these banks want to deal with me. And no, you're not going to get a great interest rate as you would have had it been a house or a double wide. You're not going to get the percentage of what your land is worth as much as what your normal bank would. But even though my bank and my other banks, I have quite a few banks that I deal with, now they're all willing to work with me because I'm going to join this new bank. I may even take everything out of all these other banks and go to this bank. But because I want to deal with them, now they're willing to talk to me. But y'all know what I know. As soon as you accept any deal with them after they've already said no, they're going to find a way to just take it from you or, you know, foreclose on the loan saying, oh, well, you didn't do this or do that. So all of you that are trying to live a more sustainable, affordable lifestyle without trying to keep up with the Joneses and all that, yes, I get made fun of because I live in a trailer. I don't care. I just wanted to make sure that in case something happened to me, I could get a job anywhere and still take care of my wife and kids. That's the main thing that I cared about. But I wanted all of you to know, if you put a single wide trailer on some land, consider that land dormant and unusable because they are not going to let you get a loan on it. I shopped around until I found the one bank that I really liked the guy. He's really nice. And the minute he was willing to help me, he was like, look, you know, you already own the property and the mobile home ain't even tied into the property. No, he was willing to work with me. He was like, look, I'm going to be straight up with you, up front with you. I'm not going to be able to give you this super deal. I'm not going to be able to do this, but all y'all know, all of my vehicles tore up. The Tahoe's going to cost many thousands of dollars to fix. And from us digging ourselves up out of the ashes, of us losing our trucking company and then going to work over the road with another company, them losing their contract, well, it made it rough on us. But because that guy was willing to work with me, instead of getting 90% of your loan, you're gonna get 80% of your loan. But maybe he'll work with the interest rate or whatever, but I mean, you never know. But I just want y'all to know, sometimes whatever you've been told in the past is not gonna be what's happening nowadays. I don't want none of this to surprise anybody like it did me. I mean, I have excellent credit. I haven't been late on a bill in I couldn't tell you how many years. I'm very frugal with my money. Heck, some of my friends call me cheap. Even my wife and kids call me cheap. But I have a great credit score, great FICO score. But all because I'm a peasant and I live in this mobile home. I'm not worth dealing with, talking to. Doesn't matter the fact that I'll pay my bill on time. Doesn't matter the fact that I'll pay this loan off eventually one day. None of that matters. It's the simple fact of it's a single wide mobile home. But it's not all just that. So trailer companies have devised this little plan in your paperwork in case you didn't know it. Luckily, mine doesn't have that in it. But trailer companies, from what I'm being told by some very good, reliable sources, well, they put in the fine print, because a lot of people don't read all the paperwork of their loan. They don't stick to read everything. You know, what have you been told since you were little? Don't do nothing without reading every bit of it. Well, if you'll go look at your agreement that you made whenever you was purchasing your mobile home, in that fine print, it's going to state that the minute they put that trailer on the property, even though you didn't finance it with the property, nothing like that, it's going to be in the fine print that whatever said ground that that trailer is sitting on is now that said trailer's ground until that loan is paid for. Bet a lot of y'all didn't know that, did you? So I'm coming out here doing my part that I'm trying to do to let everybody here know. Don't get bamboozled. Don't believe how easy it's going to be. Buy a whole bunch of land, put a single wide on it. One day you'll use the equity. Well, luckily I wasn't doing that. Just hard times get, and I need a whole lot of money to fix a Tahoe and fix the other vehicles, my Jeep, stuff like that. And I'm like, hey, I'll just get a small loan on my property. Guess what? Not that easy. But luckily there are good people out there. Now I have like 2 or 3 little banks that want to deal with me, but those big conglomerate banks, no, they want nothing to do with you. All because you're a peasant and you live in this mobile home. So think of me what you want. I wanted my kids to be able to have fun, go do things. I wanted us to be able to have taco night, pizza night, stuff like that. Instead of having a freaking $1,200, $1,300 or $2,000 house payment. Well, I mean, you could get, at that time when I purchased this, it's only like 5 or 6 years old, you could get it for under $600, $700. So that's why I chose to do this. I had always bought above my means, tried to keep up with the Joneses. This time I was going to do it right. Well, now that bad times struck me, I get ready to do it, and I'm told no a lot. So I'm trying to do my part to let y'all know, please do your research, check with your bank, see what they do and don't do. But from what I've heard from majority of the banks is, do not put nothing but a double wide or bigger. Make sure it has a foundation under it. Make sure you brick it, the footers and all that. Make sure it's a brick foundation. Make sure it's qualified as a home after you do that. You'll be fine. But if you're trying to live frugal and not worry about keeping up with the Joneses, just so that you can help your kids learn, sometimes you got to crawl before you walk. There's no point in getting all out there and being in debt. I mean, I'm not young, y'all. I'm 46 years old. I don't want to be in debt till the day I die. I wanted to pay everything off. But sometimes, y'all, life happens and you're going to need some help. So hopefully me giving you this service warning right here lets you know. I'm not saying a bank will not help you. A large bank's probably not going to help you. A smaller branch bank may be willing to help you. Luckily, this dude, I don't think it's just because he was a small branch guy. This guy knew by talking to me that I meant everything I said I was going to do. You give me the loan, I'll pay for it. I have enough property to cover what I'm asking for. I just need somebody to just let me sign on that line, make sure the numbers match and the interest rate matches and the terms and everything we're cool with. This is all I need. And that guy, he was like, you know what, I'm gonna help you out. And then all of a sudden now everybody wants to help you out. But of course they want to change their service and terms completely. So Yeah, I think we're just going to stick with that dude. Then again, that's the reason I'm not mentioning who it is or anything like that. They may come back and bite me in the rear end, whatever. Yes, y'all, I could do a signature loan. But a signature loan comes with high interest payments, high interest rates, higher. I have good credit, but still, this day and age, the economy, the interest rates are terrible. There are a lot of steps I could take, yes. I mean, I could sell investments, whatever. You can do all that. But I only bought this property as an investment. I didn't know for sure if I was going to stay on this property or not. So if you were like me and you want to keep your investment, make an investment off of what you've done, that's what I'm here for. So don't buy a single wide if you plan on doing anything with that property, because it will be locked in the agreement of any loan that you try to deal with. Pretty much what they said was you need to hook up to this mobile home, get it off the property, and we'll loan you whatever you want. Yeah, this is crazy what this world has came to. And it doesn't matter what your credit rate, doesn't matter how good your payment plans were, how good you've never missed a bill, how you've never missed work, how you have plenty of years of work history and W-2 form. None of that matters, y'all. But you know what? They can't eat you, y'all. I just wanted to warn everybody. I hope this video wasn't too dumb, too boring. I'm sure I'm going to get tore up in the comments about I live like a peasant. Yes, I do, y'all. But I chose this. Till next time, I'm your boy Maniac. We out.